Aloha! Welcome to the Snapdragon's After Show, Insider After Show. I'm Jessica Naziri, tech content creator, proud Snapdragon Insider, and on-air expert at CBS LA. I'm at the beautiful beaches of Maui. Take a look at this.
It's amazing. I'm looking out at the Pacific. I'm looking at the island of Lanai. It's incredible.
We couldn't have picked a better backdrop. This is your chance to explore, to geek out. We're talking about the future of Snapdragon. Oh, and we have the wind as another actor right here. I'm gonna put these back up right here. Okay, so I'm gonna leave there and we'll fix it later. All good. So, quick summary for those of you that might have missed today's presentation. Snapdragon rolled out the next generation of its 8 series mobile platforms, and it's a big deal. We're talking tech that is set to shake up an entire mobile ecosystem. Also introduced today, the latest generation of the Snapdragon X series family of compute processors, the Snapdragon X2 Elite Extreme and the Snapdragon X2 Elite. All premium processors, all ready to help you unleash the extraordinary. Today we'll dive deep into all the announcements, but first I wanted to take this time to say we are on Discord. We want your questions. We want to know what got you excited. We want to hear what you want to see next, and we're going to have a chance to get into all of this, but don't forget to submit those questions, and we'll have a Q&A lightning round at the end of each segment. First things first, we have the marvelous Sasha Segan here. So exciting to have you. I want to talk about the 3rd gen Qualcomm Orion CPU. Sasha, give us a quick review of what makes this processor and the performance improvements so different, and what can we expect in both compute and mobile worlds?
Orion is our custom CPU technology, and it's really one of the things that sets Snapdragon apart now. The fact that we have designed this CPU from the ground up. We are not buying anything off the shelf at any Costco. We have built this in our labs, in our basements. And the 3rd gen Orion CPU brings a bunch of advances in both performance and efficiency to both our compute, which is PC, and our mobile platforms. For instance, on mobile now, we have both prime and performance cores to maximize both speed and efficiency. Everything's faster. We're going to 4.6 gigahertz on mobile. We're going to 5 gigahertz on compute. And then there are a lot of other little things that you can do in a microarchitecture that make things more efficient. You have new kinds of instructions that it can execute. They can predict what branch they're going to take more efficiently. They have a different kind of pipeline. So every year we move the microarchitecture forward, and that makes it more flexible and it makes it more powerful.
And I am a witness to say I did see all this technology in the basement. I saw all the things that go into the behind the scenes. So it's very exciting to see everything come to life. Thank you, Sasha. We're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to take a closer look. We're going to see a video on the Snapdragon 8 Elite series. Let's take a look. Okay, I'm excited to welcome our next guest on the Snapdragon's Insiders After Show, Karina Affinito, Head of Integrated Marketing for Mobile Platforms. Karina, so great to have you.
Oh, so happy to be here.
I want to go right into it. We have no time to waste. So many announcements, so many questions too.
Yes.
Let's get into APV. How does the revamped 20-bit Qualcomm Spectre ISP and APV capabilities elevate mobile photography and video for creators on Snapdragon-powered devices?
Yeah, absolutely. So the 20-bit ISP, that's really giving people 4 times the dynamic range. So that means you're capturing more details, more shadows, more highlights to just really deliver incredible visual photography. And then with the APV for creators, this is especially exciting because this delivers higher bit rates and it's giving you more creative control. So for creators, it's very important to have control over every color, every frame, every nuance, and that's where the codec really shines for everybody.
Absolutely. All those little specs are so important, and you don't really think of it until you look at all the details.
Exactly.
So this is for you, Sasha. My question is, from an industry standpoint, how do these innovations stack up to leaps in videography from a capacity on mobile? I mean, how do these features stack up to the competitors?
Yeah, up until now, a lot of professional creators have used Apple products specifically because of something called ProRes. ProRes is an Apple proprietary codec, which other people can't use, that has very high image quality. It's intra-frame rather than inter-frame, so there's no blurring with compression with motion, and it has very, very good color sampling. And there hasn't been something quite like that on Android before. But what APV does is APV takes all of those bullet points that creators needed for that top quality editing, intra-frame compression, very high bit rates with a relatively small file size, very good color sampling, and puts it on Android. And that really just makes the Android ecosystem so much more appealing to professional video creators.
Absolutely. And I feel like they'll bring in a new user base at the same time. Let's talk a bit now about gaming. So with the Snapdragon 8 Elite, we're introducing Adreno high performance memory. This is being called the leading graphics memory solution. So I want to know, what kind of real world benefits can gamers expect to see with this upgrade?
So the thing to understand about Adreno high performance memory, there are basically 2 elements of it. One of them is a very, very fast 18 megabyte cache that is next to the GPU, and the other one is a wider bandwidth between the memory and the GPU. And what that just generally means is a better flow of data to and from the GPU. That means better frame rates, less stuttering, that means mesh shaders, that means better ray tracing performance, but it also enables camera features like APV that need a very high bandwidth of memory going between the image signal processor, the GPU, and the rest of the phone.
Interesting. Now, Karina, what's another key spec or improvement from a gaming standpoint that people should really look forward to?
Yeah, so this year with this generation, we were able to hit clock speeds of 1.2 gigahertz per slice for the Adreno GPU. This is really great because it delivers the headroom for developers and gamers for really complex graphics and still delivering a 23% improvement for the GPU.
23% improvement. That's huge. That's huge. Okay, now it's time for AI. We can't continue without going with AI. So, Sasha, from a user standpoint, what impact is really revamped with a Qualcomm Hexagon NPU, and what kind of AI capabilities will we see on a smartphone?
So we have 37% more NPU performance to play with now, and we're really moving into an era when we're going to be seeing a lot more of these large language models running on phones. We're going to be seeing phones not just using AI to, process photos, but using AI to talk and to think to you. And that 37% greater performance gives you the headroom to put these LLMs into phones and to make it a natural experience.
Yeah, and I feel like they're moving everything forward. It's the agentic aspect is also just coming all together as well, and it's doing tasks in a sense. I love that. It makes me so excited to see that on our phones.
Here at Snapdragon Summit, we're showing multiple partners, companies like Anything LLM and Page.ai that have these agentic language model-based AI assistants that run entirely on your phone.
Yeah. And it brings me to my next question, Karina. These days, people are just not looking for what their smartphones can do, but it's pushing it. How efficient is it? What can it get done for me? And so with that in mind, how does that new Snapdragon platform really tackle the challenge of AI and generative AI?
Sure, so power efficiency is something that is a key strength for our Snapdragon platforms. So not only is the NPU delivering 16% better performance per watt, but when you get a Snapdragon powered device, we have this sweet spot with heterogeneous computing. So when you have an AI or a Gen AI task, the platform is working to tap into the right IP block at the right time for the right use case at the ultra low power. So that way your phones can do more, but you're still able to do more for longer because we're really got that sweet spot with power efficiency.
That really is a sweet spot. So thank you both so much. It's time for Q&A, lightning round, questions from the Discord audience. The first question, and you both can answer, whoever wants to answer first, is what is the most underrated feature in the Snapdragon 8 Elite?
I think we both have opinions there.
Okay, I want to hear from both.
Okay. So people understand. I think my friends on Discord know that I'm an old modem guy. I'm an old connectivity guy. And there's a feature called 6RX, which basically lets you put 6 antennas in your phone, which gives it a sort of superpower in places like elevators and parking lots and all of these indoor areas where you could just barely get signal. But with the new X85 modem in the Snapdragon X Elite Gen 5, you have the ability to do this 6RX antenna trick that really just supercharges your connectivity.
I think I like that one so far. Okay, I want to hear from you, Karina.
Well, my favorite feature that's pretty underrated is audio sense, and I think this is a great use case here. We are getting blown away by the wind, and with audio sense, this really adds to the creative toolkit for the camera. So what it does is it helps to zoom in on the audio when you're capturing video. So when we have crazy winds like this, up to 20 miles per hour, it's able to zoom in on my voice so that you can hear what I'm saying and not this wind tunnel that's surrounding us right now.
You can also zoom in on this bird right here too with that audio. I don't know if you guys can capture that, but this is amazing. I love that. We have time for one more question on this round, and either of you can answer. Which Snapdragon 8 Elite feature makes the biggest difference when it comes to the camera features? The biggest difference.
I mean, my pick would be the improved night photography. Low light has been the sort of last frontier of smartphone photography for years, and there's a leap forwards this year with our new chipset in terms of the quality of low light performance and getting better pictures with shorter shutter speeds for better responsiveness. And I think that's going to make a difference for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Well, thank you both so much. Great insights. A quick reminder, you can actually submit your questions and be part of the conversation on Discord. So tell us what you thought. Tell us what you're most excited about. And now let's shift gears a little bit. We're going to dive into the next generation of the Snapdragon X series processors. Cue the video. Okay, please welcome to the stage Peter Burns, Senior Director of Global Product Marketing of Mobile Computing, and Carmen True, VP for Compute Marketing. Thank you both so much for being here. Because you guys are both doing amazing things.
Thanks for having
me. I'm so excited to be here with you both. So let's get into it. We have a lot of questions and as well.
Right.
So Peter, we'll start with you.
Sounds good. Let's get into it.
The third is the first ARM-compatible CPU to break the 5 gigahertz barrier.
That's right.
What kind of performance gains can users really expect of the Snapdragon X series processors? Good question. Excited for your answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
The X2 Elite and the X2 Elite Extreme are incredible processors, and like 5 gigahertz from compatible CPUs. What this means is really you can bursty workloads, the things that you want to get done super fast, right? You can think of anything that you need to get done on a dime. That's where it's really going to come into play. So really, really excited about it.
I love that. Next question for you over here, Carmen. So how do these enhanced capabilities of the overall processor improve the experience across the different types of users, from creators to gamers, designers, entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so we're super excited about our platforms because they are really unlocking a whole new set of capabilities that didn't exist before. And for creators and those that really are into their craft and really want to do their best work can do that now on our platform in new ways. And so I'll give you 2 examples. I'll give you a big macro example and then a micro example because I think that really helps bring it to life.
Yeah.
So we had Shantanu from Adobe here today on stage, and absolutely fantastic conversation with our CEO. Those Adobe products that so many people love are having so many more capabilities brought to their devices, and also they can do it in new form factors, thin and light, bright screens to do that creative work, but doing it so much faster. So all of those products are being optimized for our NPU and our technology, and to bring that to life is just going to be fantastic. He gave an example of you can do a task in less than a minute that before would take over 10 minutes, even sometimes up to an hour to do. And doing that locally on the NPU is fantastic. And then the other example I'll give you, just because it's so exciting, is music creators. And we have an example we're going to show a little bit later on our broadcast that has actually taking sound in microbits being developed and used on the NPU from a company that then takes it and a larger company can integrate it and make it accessible. So you have the smaller teams developing and the larger ones like Enable being able to take those and be able to integrate that into larger workflows for everybody to be able to utilize. So really, really fantastic stuff.
Thin, light, bright, quick. This is the new wave. I mean, where do we go from here? I love it. I feel like now we really need a 4-day work week because we have so much, time on our hands. I mean, that we can do other things.
That's
just with all this new technology, you have more time. I love it.
That's right.
Okay. I know I got off a little subject, but it's true. Imagine how much more time you have now that you have all these capabilities.
It's incredible. All those workloads that typically have to go to the cloud, they're really now coming to the device as the device becomes more powerful with the processing capabilities, the NPU.
Yes.
This is all the things that are enabled with the new processors.
And so you can spend more of your time actually adding your special human sauce to the work and your personal imprint on the creativity and let the computer do its processing power.
And that's so important in this day and age, so I love that you brought that up. So next, let's talk about AI, because why not? I mean, it makes so much sense now. So Carmen, I'll go to you first. So Qualcomm really has highlighted the idea of intelligent PCs. And we talked about it a lot, and it's so important. So from a user's perspective, how important is it to have a dedicated NPU to handle these AI tasks?
Yeah, so I can speak from experience, and I'm a marketer. I lead a team of marketers doing creative tasks, whether that's writing creatively from a communications perspective or doing creative for the web or even presentations like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
And the ability to actually take important information, keep it confidential, whether it's financial services, and protect that information on the NPU is very essential, in addition to the speed that we can do it and keep things private. Writer is another company that we'd like to use. That is a partnership we have where they're developing capabilities to be able to do all of that beautifulness with the words that then you can add your human touch, and it's all happening on the NPU.
Wow. Okay, so Peter, for you, so Qualcomm, we're gonna go back. The Hexagon NPU now features 80 TOPS AI. Let's repeat that, 80 TOPS AI processing power.
Yes.
That is crazy for people who are watching, you know.
So excited.
How significant is this jump, and what are the possibilities that we're gonna unlock for users?
It's a massive leap, first off, in hardware capability, and we all know 80 TOPS is a spec, right? It's a hardware spec. But it's not just about the hardware spec, it's also about how fast you can process the capabilities, right? And so inferencing, we're bringing that onto the device at exponential speed. So you're gonna see up to 5x faster AI inferencing on the edge, which is impacting every single use case you can imagine. So everything from photo editing to video editing to music production. It no longer, as I mentioned earlier, has to go to the cloud to optimize those workloads. You're doing it on device. Super fast, private, secure. So those are a lot of the great benefits.
So I'll lean into a little bit more about what Peter just said, and that is that when we first came up with these numbers, some people were like, what would we use that for? How would that be enabled? What would be the use cases for our end users? And now all of that story has transformed so quickly in the last year. The age of agentic AI, that coming to place, consumers every day having AI at their fingertips and understanding how to use it more. It is crazy how fast it's coming. And the 80 TOPS is just going to enable so many more localized experiences to run quickly that will really enhance that power of AI in everyone's hands. Once we start getting it and everyone builds on it, we're going to be like, what were we doing before? How are we even existing previously?
How are we living?
How are we even living?
How are we living? It's
and Jess, it's not just about speed, right? It's also about how much can you handle simultaneously. We have so many things that we do every day, whether it's video conferencing or things that we're working on in parallel, multitasking. All of these things they're starting to leverage AI. And so you can imagine as more and more applications and software developers are bringing those capabilities to their platform, you're going to have amazing experiences across the board.
And Cristiano said it best. He said AI is the new UI. And they should have trademarked that, right? But it's not too late. I don't know. I mean, I thought that was genius.
Yeah, things like agentic that can help, agentic AI that's going to help you through your daily workload. So.
Absolutely. Okay, so now let's talk about the battery life.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up with here.
Okay.
So battery life is a huge factor for users. Sometimes it's the end all be all when it comes to PC purchasing.
Yep.
What can people expect from the X2 series when it comes to both performance and battery life on the go?
Yeah, so we're
and I'm looking at you, both, either of you,
Yeah, I think we could both answer this very confidently. The Snapdragon X series is the best platform for battery life. Best performance and efficiency combined. Our mobile heritage allows us and enables us to do high performance, low power computing on these devices. And so we're bringing that leadership to laptops. And just like the first generation of X series, we're also doing this on the X2. So you can expect the same great battery life up to multiple days on a single charge. And even when the device is unplugged, you're going to get that great performance. We don't have to throttle because our devices stay cool. A lot of things that the competition just can't do.
And we've been sticking this message really tightly to consumers. So for the last year, we've been really strong on we're the fastest PCs with multi-day battery life. And what we just announced today helps us secure that position as for the foreseeable future. It is just a fantastic opportunity. When you look at the performance per watt, it's just phenomenal.
I love that. Well, to close out, I mean, we're running out of time, but I do want to get to a few more Discord questions.
Okay.
Over here we
Let's do it.
Let's see, what are we going to get out of here? Someone asked, why are you not wearing your glasses? I want to show you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wearing my glasses, okay? I'm going to actually do a little recording.
I love those.
Say hi.
Love it.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, so I will get to the next question. It says, what's one feature that users might not expect but will love?
I think that some of the power users today have been stuck with these huge chunky laptops or desktops, and now in this PC form factor that we've enabled, they get all that processing performance that they want in a beautiful, thin, light, sexy machine. And I think that that beautiful form factor is what consumers are really gravitating to, and they can find that from all of our various OEMs that are out there and have won some amazing awards even at CES. And so we're enabling the capability to be able to see that, and that's going to be fantastic. So I think they're really going to love that.
The thin, light, sexy machine, it just sounds so right. It rolls off your tongue. I like it.
I'm going to add to that. They also stay super quiet, right? So when you're running these high performance workloads, you know, you can in a typical PC, you're hearing the fans kick on, the device gets hot, right? It sounds like an engine's taking off, or airplane's taking off.
Yeah.
In our devices, it's super cool. So you're running these heavy workloads, and it's nice and thin and cool and quiet.
And then you, because of the battery life, obviously, you can do that sitting here, like right here. In fact, this whole show is being run off an X Elite laptop.
That's right.
So we think that's pretty fantastic.
You hear that? Okay. So we have time for one more question, and it says, what does this platform unlock for users that simply wasn't possible before?
AI. Everything that you do is going to get better. And so if you are looking for a new laptop and you want AI in your device, you want to get the highest capability to future-proof, right? And so having the NPU enables that, because developers every day are bringing new experiences to the device, and you want to future-proof your purchase.
I know we don't have that much time, but I do want to ask this question. Let's talk about developers for a second.
Sure.
What does this mean for developers?
I think developers is a community that between us and our broader ISV partners have been engaging for a long time and showcasing the power of the processing power that we're enabling for them to develop new apps that we can't even envision today. So I guess the call to our developer community and anyone watching is this: really unleash your creativity, develop for the capability of this new processing power you didn't have before. What can be delivered on device now can create a whole plethora of applications, new agents, new things that can be plugged in that no matter people's age or technology expertise, they can utilize that. It's amazing how much the acceptance of AI is coming in, and it's really a call to the developer community. This is your opportunity. I mean, this is some things you can compare in the past, but this is really your opportunity to make a breakthrough innovation.
That's right.
I love that. Well, thank you both so much for your amazing
Thank you for having us.
That's a wrap on today's Snapdragon Insiders After Show. And by way too fast, I'm not ready to go. I have more questions, but hopefully I'll have to ask you later. A huge thank you to all our incredible experts who joined us, everyone who put in their questions on Discord. A special thanks to Devin for his work as moderator on our Discord chat. Thank you, Devin. And remember that tomorrow we have the live from the Luau Instagram Live.
Oh yeah.
I will
be there.
We're gonna make an appearance.
So that will be our final show to recap everything from Snapdragon Summit in one epic, fun-filled session. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks again to the amazing Snapdragon Insiders community. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha.